Whether you are upgrading from our classic software or your brand new tech software, we are excited to welcome you to our PrimeCall platform for business communications and collaboration. The PrimeCall portal is designed to elevate your experience and provide you with a host of valuable benefits during your implementation or migration process. The team will send you a welcome email through the PrimeCall portal. This email contains 3 important pieces of information: your login name, which is your extension at your domain name, your extension, and a link to complete your PrimeCall portal setup. Once you have completed the initial setup process, you will have access to the IP portal. After the setup process, you can always access the portal login screen. Each user, including office managers, have access to their own PrimeCall portal to customize their own unique settings. For those of you who are administrators or office managers, you will have access to all settings for your domain and its call flow, such as auto attendants, call queues, conference bridges, and users. The buttons across the top of the screen are your navigation buttons and will take you to each feature of the PrimeCall portal. The home screen serves as a landing page and shows current active calls that are happening live in your domain. The home screen also displays how many users you have, devices registered, and other valuable information on what is currently on your domain. The Users button displays all current users, including their name, extension, department, and site, the scope or license, and their email address. You can add a user by selecting the Add User button on the upper right-hand side of the screen. If this button is grayed out, then it means that you have already reached the maximum number of user licenses that you have purchased. Once you have selected the Add User button, a dialog box will open for you to add your new user's information. Fill in all necessary blanks, including the new user's name and their extension. The department and site blanks are optional and available to you for organizational purposes. The user's email address is required to send a welcome letter for the initial registration. The Enable Voicemail and Add Phone extension boxes are selected by default. But if you do not want the user to have voicemail, or if you want to delay making your extension active, these boxes can be deselected. If you would like to choose a password for the user, you can do so now. Otherwise, the user will set up a password upon their user registration. Once you have finished filling in all necessary fields, select Add User to add the new addition to your users. The Conferences button allows you to add or manage your conference bridges that can be used by your business by selecting Conferences Navigation button. Any current conference bridges that have been created will be displayed. You can add a new conference bridge by selecting Add Conference and filling out all the necessary information, including the name, type of bridge, the extension, and other options to manage your conference bridge. If you have any available direct dial numbers, you can assign it to the bridge here. Select Save to create your new bridge. Auto attendants provide a way to answer and direct your callers to the proper place to add an auto attendant. Select Add Attendant on the upper right-hand side of the screen. Once you have named the attendant, chosen an extension, and selected the default time frame, you can select Add to create your new auto attendant. You have 3 options to create a menu: prompt text, a speech, upload, and record a live greeting. In this example, we will choose the text-to-speech. Choose the voice that you would like to use and select Save in the dial pad menu. We have several options that you can choose for each button, such as user conference, bridge call, queue, company directory, and more. Once you have major selections, select Save at the bottom of your screen to save your auto attendant. The call queue section allows the callers to be routed to several people at the same time. The call queues navigation button displays any previously created call queues, as well as the option to make more within the call queue. You can choose how the calls will be presented to your agents by choosing between a ring all, a tiered approach, which will offer the calls in a specific order, or in a round-robin or longest idle approach. You can also choose how long you want the caller to stay in the queue, and where the call needs to go if no one answers the phone. The time frame section is designed for you to set a schedule based on business hours, after hours, holidays, and more. You can add a time frame to cover specific times of the day and week, specific days, or even a time frame that is always active. The Music on Hold section allows you to add your own hold music to your domain, or to a specific call queue. You can even add messages to be played periodically while the caller is on hold. The Inventory section provides you a view into all phone numbers, phone hardware, and fax accounts that are associated with your account. Your primary phone number can be set up to work with your timeframes to route the call to a specific place, based on when the call takes place. When you select the phone number, you can add any timeframes that you have created and use the treatment and destination to specify where the call should go based on its time frame. If you have any other numbers associated with your account, you can choose what it does by selecting the number and using the treatment drop-down menu, and assigning it to a user call queue, conference bridge, and many other options. The Call History section provides you with the history of all inbound and outbound calls from all users in your account. If you have call recording turned on, you can listen to the calls from the call history. The Filters option provides a way to search for specific calls based on a range of information.